We should be live now. Hello, everybody. We are back here at on ACC here for the Donington Park track for this is race number 6 of the season. And as you can tell, we are going to be having a soaked-filled race here today. So it should be producing some very good action. We are currently riding on board with Gurf. But before we ride on board with anybody else, actually let's ride on board right now just with first place right now, as we're going to go over the order here of the drivers. We got Nils, Kurd, Ams, Gurf, Dash, Ash, SR, Dog 2, and CPT, or actually I'm going to call him Beak. I think I'm pretty sure he is new. We got Andre, we got Jock, Jockum. I'm gonna just call him Jock. We got Badass, Jester, Robot, Jodo, and Coke. Proctor is missing this week due to him doing iRacing Bathurst 12 hours, or the 12 hours of Bathurst. So best of luck to you, my friend, if you ever get to see this. So, yeah, it should be a good race today here at Donington Park. It's, again, another 40-minute race, 15-minute quali. Though I think we are going to be having rain in both sessions throughout the entire time. So it should create some very, very interesting moments throughout the race. Nils currently has the fastest lap of the session with a 1:34.431. Yeah, but he does not have all the fastest sectors. Kurd is currently faster than Nils in sectors 1 and 3. So Kurd is faster in those sectors compared to Nils, but only just by like 0.03 seconds in that first sector. And same with the third sector, he's faster than Nils by around by 0.3. So it's really the last sector where he really lost it there. So let's take a look at the standings for this race, or for the championship at the moment. So we currently have Ams in P1, followed by King in P2, followed by then Gurf, Kurd, Nils, Andre, Dash, Coke, Badass, Ash, Tomas, Jester, SR Dog, I Am Slow, Proctor, Castle, Robot, Sevis, ST, and Stdurn, myself, Jodo, VR, and that rounds out the championship at the moment. And then for the constructors, we have Amazaki in P1 with 177 points, Joe Mama Racing in second place with 156, View Mirrors in third with 125. Bad Ash Racing with 105 points. Team Shortcut, Robot Destroyers with 102 points. Team Shortcut with 96 points. I thought that was Sudoku. Sakudo with a seventh place with 88 points. Team 8 with 61 points. Team 3 with 46. Null with 24. Equipo Wilson with 10. I don't know if some of those teams are going to be scoring some points today because I don't think any of them are racing, as I can't see who is part of which team at the moment. And that's the end of practice, so we should be into qualifying right now. We got Nils and Kurd being the first two out already, and followed them by AMS, but that did not take long for some of the cars to get out on the track. So how about hop on board first with Kurd just to see how tricky these conditions are going to be, because there is going to be a lot of standing water on the track at the moment. And he's in that nice looking Porsche. He's just coming around some of the turns here. Sorry. So judging by Kurd's pace, he should be challenging Nils for that pole position. Though we could also see some surprises here in quali. So we're coming down to the chicane. There's probably a lot of standing water, and everybody's gonna have to be very, very careful going through that section there. And there we go. We got that helicopter cam as they head into that squared off hairpin almost. At least the ends of them are very squared off. The curb itself, not so squared off. And then he rounds the final corner, and then we're going to see him cross the line to start his lap as he heads down towards turn 1. So he's coming down towards turn 1. He's going to brake right about there and gets a very nice turn through turn 1. Some quick information about the track. This is a clockwise a track that travels in the clockwise direction. It may seem like from the track map that it might be anti-clockwise. Actually, it would be clockwise no matter what. But so far he's doing pretty good so far. He's just gotten through, I think, turn 7, and he's about to hit turn number 8. Which kind of seems like a 45-degree turn, then it kind of flattens out, and then just kind of curves a little bit down towards down the straight, and then heading towards that chicane. So he's going to brake right about there, and yeah, he gets a very nice entrance and exit out of this chicane, it looks like. And then he just goes through the hairpin, and then down towards the final hairpin. So 2 hairpins in a row. And it looks like he's doing alright. So he's going to cross the line. Let's see what he sets. He's going to set a 35.097. So not too bad of a lap from Kurd. Let's see where Nils is. He's 4/10 down. And then the AMS is, I think, a full second down. Holy moly. Let's hop on board, see where everybody else is on track. Andre about to cross the line. I think he's just starting his lap now. So we're right on board with Andre right now. And yeah, it seems to be going through this very tight, swooping section very well, and he goes off track. Oh no, he was doing all right there, but not well enough it seems, so he's going to return back to the pits. Let's ride on board with Jester. So he's just about to cross sector one time. He's currently, I think, a tenth up, almost a tenth up on his last time. Oh, and he goes wide, and oh, that's gonna compromise the car behind him. Oh, and there's a collision. There is a collision in qualifying. Oh no. Who was that between? So we have Jester, and then who is the other car in the pits? Was that Coke? No. It was Jodo. Him and Jodo came together. Such an unfortunate incident there. Now, who knows if the stewards will do anything, but I reckon there might be a bit of controversy going through that, but there might not be because of how tricky the conditions are around here. This is something that I don't think any of these drivers have yet to experience this season, so I don't think we've had too many mixed conditions at the moment, so this is pretty much a bunch of small minnows hopping into a giant ocean full of sharks. And we got SR Dog right now going fairly smooth. I think he's got Ash behind him in the Aston Martin. And SR doesn't set a lap time because it was invalid. And Ash, what does he set? He just set a 34.9, I think it was. Was it? Or 35.9? Not too sure, but we'll keep on board with SR Dog. And here we go through that corner where everybody seemed to mess up at. He doesn't seem to mess up like everybody else. I think that was the turn. And yeah, just a lot of people losing the rear end, it seems like, already. Going through some of these turns because of the standing water, trying to clear it. And as you can hear behind the Porsche here, we got a Revin V8 of an Aston Martin behind him. That being Ash. So Ash might be getting a bit of a tow here from SR here. Though his SR, he seems to be 5 seconds down on his last lap, but it seems like he's going to be completing it a lot quicker, so that might just be a glitch on the game's end. Let's see where what time he crosses the line with. It's going to be a 37.089, not bad. Ash just improved to a 35 or a 34.08, I think. Let's just take a look at where the standings are right now for quali. So with around 6 minutes and 40 seconds left, we got Kurd, Nils, Ash, Gurf, Ams, Dash, Jock, Beak, SR, Coke, Badaz, Jester, Robot, Jodo, and Andre, who have yet to set a lap time. So we're gonna ride on board with the Brit here. Well, one of the British people here racing at this Very British track. And Jodo, he's slowing down already. Is he just letting everybody by? He's invalidated this lap. That is not good at all. Just looking to see where everybody else is. Though Ash, he's having a strong qualifying today, so he must have been dialing down the weather conditions for this race. So we could see him do very well in the race here today. Maybe even a win. If he gets a win, that'll create a very nice moment. And Jodo, he's just about to cross the line, and he's going to gun it. Currently sits P14. Doesn't look like he's going full throttle, though. Or maybe he is. It's just currently already a few tenths up. And now he's a few tenths down, but... Oh, and Jodo goes off track again. And he's just going to keep out of the way there of the car behind him. Jodo is not having the best of qualifying sessions today. Andre, let's see where he's at right now. He's currently on a valid lap. Last lap was a 2-minute 22.872. So, I think he is going to improve. He is obviously going to improve, but I don't know what kind of time he's going to set here. We're going to see as he rounds the hairpin here. And he's about to cross the line. We got Beak having a bit of a spin. And Andre, he crosses the line to start P10 for now. Though who knows if any of the guys behind him are going to improve. Because we have no idea what kind of pace Jodo's got. Let's see where Jodo's at. He's just about to round the hairpin. He's probably got time for 2 more laps, possibly. Let's concentrate our focus on the top 3 right now. We got Kurd, Nils, and Ash in a battle for P1. We got Kurd right now with a 33.846, so that is a very, very good lap time. Nils is nearly almost a second down, and Ash is just over a second down. And Nils, he's going to cut the chicane here. He must have missed his braking point there. So we'll ride on board right now with Nils. Actually, let's just ride on board with the guy who's in front of this train from the start of quality, which will be Nils, I'm going to say, in that Ferrari. And Nils, he's going to cross the line to start another lap. He's probably got enough time for 1 more, I think, after this, unless he doesn't, unless he invalidates it and then doesn't do a slow lap. And then... So, here we go. Nils, he seemed to be finding his groove fairly well right now. And you just wonder what is going on inside the cockpit of the car. Like, what do I need to do to beat the guy on pole right now? He's currently almost a full second up on me. And I need to try something. He's around 7/10 up. He's making up that gap. He takes the chicane very, very quickly there. So he's going for it. obviously, he thinks this is the last moment he's got. He's already a full second up on his personal best. Make that count 9/10 up. Another full second. Ash has gone into the pit, so his quality run's done now. So we got Kurd and Nils battling it out. Nils, he's going to cross the line, and he's going to take pole with a 1:33.825. That is very, very good. Not improving by much, and he's not wanting to try and improve afterwards. Now, Kurd is the only one who can deny him pole position. Really, because I don't think anybody else has got the pace to do so. And it seems like these two are going to be at each other's throats for the entire 40 minutes. Maybe get Ash in there. And we got Kurd. He's about to cross the line. He's going to start his final lap, it seems, because he did invalidate. So we'll ride on board with Kurd. Can he set a new fastest lap? He's currently a few tenths up. Or not even a few tenths up. He's only just a few milliseconds up. We got a yellow flag in the next sector, and we see where it is. And everybody else is going to have to get out of the way of Kurd, who is just a man on a mission right now, trying to take that pole position. And there he gets past. I'm not sure who that was behind him. But Kurd, he's got to do something. I think he's got to try something through the hairpin, because that's where Nils seemed to gain a lot of time there. And he misses his braking point. Oh, what heartbreak that brings to him. The Kurd, after trying his best to take pole position, he misses his braking point going into the chicane, and that's going to end his quali run. Unfortunate there for him. That is absolutely heartbreaking. So, as our current standings sit, you're just going to wait till this next car crosses the line, though I don't think he'll be improving. I think it's SR again. Yeah, he doesn't seem to be improving. So, to round off qualifying, we got Nils in P1, followed by Kurd, Ash, great quality from him, Gurf, Ams, Dash, Jock, SR Dog, Coke, and Andre, Beak, Jester, Robot, Badass, and Jodo. So we got ourselves a...
Alright, there's some rain in this session, so watch out for slippery curves and remember to brake early.
Got ourselves a very interesting race here. Any predictions from anybody in the chat for the race? How many times are we gonna see people spin on the first lap? That's one. His name is that was Cutter. All right. Thank you. Cutter. There we go. My bad. I feel bad now. Any predictions on the race? Anybody? If I had to say a bold prediction, I think we're going to see a battle from the top 3. Maybe even top 4, possibly. Ash has seemed to be running fairly well. I mean, his quality performance was honestly undeniable. Unarguably amazing there. That was some very strong pace. Badass first from 14th. We could see a Raikkonen type of moment here. Who knows with these conditions? Could we see a repeat of Suzuka 2005? Or will we have to wait for regulars? Or will we have to wait till we actually get to Suzuka for that kind of moment? Who knows? We're about to go racing here at Donington, but first we got a formation lap. So we got Nils leading the pack away. And tire warm up here is going to be extremely crucial compared to the last few races, because I mean the rain conditions not going to be able to weave as much, because if you weave too much, you're going to just spin off the track. And thus you might get a pit lane start. Got some cars already getting ready and getting angsty to go racing. And Nils is showing his expressing his pleasures of victory in the quali battle for now by taking out some pylons. Got a lot of rain, and it doesn't look, and it won't be lifting, I think, throughout the entire race, so these cars are just gonna be, it's gonna be slipping and sliding everywhere. Everybody's just getting a little bit angsty for this formation lap. At the front especially, but I don't know how it all is looking at the back. We're going to take a look from, I guess, the helicopter cam if we can get a view of it. It just seems like everybody's just getting very, very excited, and they're wanting to go racing in the rain. This is what they've been practicing the last week for, practically, other than some of the guys who are in this division and also racing in the F1 division or GTS or any other division. But we got ourselves we're going to have ourselves a nice race on our hands as they line up side by side as they're about to go through the final two turns here. Nils, he goes off the track. What is happening? Is he's gonna have to get his way past everybody. Now he's going to slow down again. So we're about to go through the hairpin. And we're going to say that same old line that happened last week. You got European fans may get a bit annoyed by it, but to me it creates the personality of the guy who's behind the mic. And as one legendary commentator once said, it's boogity, 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 let's go racing! Here, everybody, here at Donington Park. And Kurt, he seems to get the jump on Nils, but Nils, he's going to fight down the inside, but Kurt is going to go around the outside. It seems like no contact so far, and Nils is going to take back the lead. And Jodo, he didn't get the greatest of starts, but everybody is having a phenomenal start right now. Nils is leading the race, even though right now in the standings it says Robot is leading. That is very misguiding. We got ourselves, I think, a big collision at the... We got ourselves a big accident at the back, I think. What has happened towards the back of the pack? Is that Robot gone off and spinning? No, it's Jester who's gone off in the back there. From 7th place down, we got everybody just losing the positions here and creating a huge gap. And Nils and Kurter are gonna go battling for a while here as they're going down for the first hairpin, or for the final, not the first hairpin, the final hairpin. And we got ourselves the first lap of the race complete. So we got ourselves a very interesting race already, and Curter and Nils are already battling it out at the front, only separated by 7/10 of a second. This is going to be a battle of who can stay on the track more. And Ash, he's going to take a lot of inside curb there, as he is trying to stick with the top two here, and he's doing honestly not a bad job. He's only behind by 2 seconds at least right now, but that means he's also probably got the slipstream of Curter right now. As we're gonna take I'm probably gonna regret taking a look at the back right now, but we got Jodo in the pit. I think he's just gonna be done here. Him and Jester, I think, are done in the race. Yep, and Jodo is gone. He's packed up his bags and head home. He's going home. Yeah, he's going home. He went home. We got ourselves a big group of cars going through the hairpins right now. I'm just trying to catch and see where the most action is at the moment. Closest gap, I think we'll ride on board with Badass, who's in a battle right now with Robot, who is in like 5/10 down from Coke, or not Coke, from Andre, was then only a second behind Robot. And we can see a bunch of signs knocked over from cars going off track and causing a lot of debris. And as you can see there, yeah, the pack, they've just split up completely. I'm just riding back on board with the top three. Ash, he's dropped down a little. He has dropped down just a little bit here, but he could get his chance to strike. So far, not a bad start. We've seen 2 people retire from the race, that being Jodo and I think Jester. I think it was, who was retired from the race. And yeah, he's just staying in the pits, so. Yeah, he's just going to stay in the pits, and he's going home, practically, as well. And Ash, he's, I think, losing some bit of time to the cars ahead of him. But overall, he's doing not too bad. I think he's just trying to more or less bide his time, let the 2 fight out in front, and if there's ever a collision between the 2, then he's going to swipe in and clean up the rest. It's kind of like the DTM series finale, almost, where Gotts was pretty much laying back the entire time and then waited for a big incident to happen between the 2. And I think we might get one soon, as they're about to go side by side. The 2 cars ahead of them are going side by side into the chicane. Who's going to come out on top? I don't know if anybody's going to lift. Oh, they almost made contact. They did not, at least from what I saw. And it almost looked like Curter was about to go off the track there. And Ash, he's just going to swoop in. This battle has gained a lot of... This has helped Ash gain a lot of his time back, as he was practically almost inches away from the cars ahead of him. So we got ourselves a very nice battle here, but I don't want to swap away from this, but I want to show some love to everybody else. I'm just looking to see. Yeah, this is the closest battle at the moment. Plus, it's for the lead of the race. And this is what we like in motorsport, is when battles are close and it's not just dominated by one person. Mercedes from 2014 to 2021. Where was I? Oh yeah, talking about a great battle. And did Ash go off track? No, he did not. It doesn't look like he did, but he did lose a bit of time. We're gonna just head through the chicane here. Got ourselves some very entertaining battles going on here. And Curter, he's just trying to push his way past Nils here, but he's got to be careful because he doesn't want to do something too ridiculously dumb and then lose a position to Ash, who then could just swoop in and then take that first place from Nils possibly. But if these two get, Ash is right there for the picking of that first place, and that could gift him possibly the win. We're gonna see where everybody else is at the moment. Yeah, let's ride on board with Beak, as he's about to challenge Mr. Dash over here, who is just trailing behind Coke. As we got a McLaren battle going on right now, as they're also chasing down that Audi ahead of them. The only Audi driver in the field. But it doesn't seem to be he doesn't seem to be getting anywhere with it. But as you can see, just the amount of water spray that's... Yeah, sorry, the game audio, I did have to turn it down a little bit so then my audio wasn't overpowering it too much. That's why the game audio is just a bit down. If you want, I can turn it up just a little bit. I'm actually going to do that right now. Here, we'll turn up the master volume just a little bit. There we go. Oh shit, didn't save it. There we go. There we go. A little better. It's just so then it wasn't like overpowering my voice, because I know how loud the onboard is. Like here. And we got ourselves a very, very entertaining battle, but let's actually let's keep on board with this battle right here. I was gonna say let's go back on board with the top three, but it seems they've kind of disbanded a little bit. So we're gonna ride on board right now. I think we are on board with Robot and the Jag, who is about to get hounded right now by Andre, but Badass, what's happened to Badass? He went off the track. He seemed to knock over a sign, and now we got ourselves a little bit of a battle. Someone was calling for the comeback of Badass, but it doesn't seem to be working at the moment. He's having a lot of trouble. A lot of drivers are having trouble with the conditions at the moment. And it is going freaking insane right now. It seems like Dash got past Coke here. Not sure how that happened, but if I had a commentator partner, I would ask if we could go take a look at the replay. But here we got We got a Coke, and he spins. Oh, he spins in the final hairpin. Oh, and that's gonna ruin a lot of his chances there of getting in that battle, and he's now gonna lose a lot of time to the car behind, which is Robot, who is trying to keep Andre behind him at the moment. But we got Curter and Nils back out front battling again. And this is like, if here's the thing, Curter, if he can't afford to make too many mistakes at the moment, because if he collides with Nils or he spins out, he's gonna lose a position to Ash, most likely. Who Ash he's already built up like a 10-second gap on the car behind him. So well done to Ash, I think. Or no, he's built up like a 7-second gap already. So good job to Ash right now, who's driving a phenomenal race at the moment. But he's not sticking too close to the top 10. Or not the top 10, the top 2, but he's staying in there, so he's got a good chance at a podium possibly. As long as he can keep his pace up. And we just see a bunch of signs, and there goes Nils. Nils is off the track. Nils has gone off, and he's gonna come back on the track. We gotta see where, we need to know how he's gotten back on the track, and he's stayed ahead of Ash. That might have just given Kurt the lead, and there he goes again. And Ash moves up to P2, and that's gonna leave him with a lot more clear air to try and go after first place. Nils, he went off track in, what was it, like 3 or 2 corners there, losing 2 positions in 1 lap. Nils, he's got to keep his head down and keep racing. He's got the pace to try and come back and win this, but he's got to stay calm. What is going through the mind though, right? What is going through the mind of Nils at the moment? Must be thinking, wow, why did I do how do I lose 2 positions in 1 lap? Gotta be frustrated with himself right now, and he's gonna pit. He's going into the pits, so that must have mean, though, his tires might have been dying there. He must have lost his tire wear there, so. So Ash, he's, like I said, I was thinking it was going to be Kurt who was going to be messing up, because I thought Nils was driving cool, calm, and collective. But then he just makes those mistakes, and then he loses a position to Curter, and then Ash. Such a costly mistake there from Curter. So we're not from Curter, from Nils. So we're gonna ride on board with Jock. Or not? Are we on board with Jock? I think we are. Yes, we are. We are on board with Jock, who is trying to chase down right now. I think that is Beak. He's only, I think, 1.7 seconds behind, but he's got Andre behind him. But that is... Oh, and Beak, he's gone off track. He's gone off the track around the same spot that I think Nils did. It was not the exact same corner, but it was around that same spot. Are we going to see a dive? No, we are not. I think it would be too risky to try and do a move down into that chicane. Then we got Beak. Is he about to go down the inside again into the hairpin? No, he's not close enough. Let's get the helicopter cam shot. And Oh my goodness. This has been a very, very entertaining race so far here today. Oh man. You can't predict half of this shit, honestly. Sorry for my swearing. You can't predict these races in the rain, honestly. You could see some surprise winners here today. Let's just hop back on board. Let's check in with our race leaders at the moment. Where is Ash? He's 7 seconds behind Curter. But Jocham, I apologize for my swearing. Yes, this is supposed to be a family-friendly stream. Anyways, we got Jock here. He is chasing down Beak, but he's lost some time to Andre. Sorry for my switching of camera options. They're just trying to find the best one heading into this hairpin, honestly. I think we got the one right here. So we got Jock. He's coming under pressure. Between he's pretty much in a British sandwich right now between 4 British cars he's got, and he's the German filling. It's like that nice German ham that you can get, and Jock's in the pits, so he's no longer going to be part of that British sandwich there. So since he's going into the pits, we're going to ride on board with somebody else right now. I think with that being the case, we're going to ride on board with Badass, as he was on the tail end of that battle. He was right there on that tail end, and we still got some of those signs on the track. No marshals are going to be coming out to get those signs, I think, mainly because they don't want to slip and trip and break their kneecaps. They don't want to break their Nico kneecaps. So and Andre, he's defending very well against Badass at the moment. And Andre, he goes off track trying to defend his position. And Badass is going to sneak on through past Andre. A lot of drivers going off track. And that's just how this race is going to go. Is just drivers going off the track and losing positions. I'm just looking to see how the top part of the field is going right now. We got Curter in P1 still. He's been leading ever since Nils made his mistake and decided to pit. And Nils, he is sitting in P11 right now. He is dropped far behind the pack, and I think that's Coke into the pit. Are we gonna see Curter go into the pit soon? I have no idea. Not really much else to view at the moment, so I guess we will ride on board with our race leader just to see what he does this lap. Is he going to go into the pits and get some new rubber on that tire, on that car? Blech, I can't not speak today. We're already we're over halfway through the race. Curter, he's staying out. Is he trying to outlast Ash behind him? Is that what's going on? Is he trying to outlast Ash? Or is his tires just that fine to where he might not even need to pit? Or are we going to get a dry part of the race? But I think it's just going to be wet throughout the entire thing. I'm just trying to see where everybody else is. We got... just trying to see where everybody else is on track right now. trying to get a general view of the gaps and everything. And we got Beak. He's off track and... Or is he? Is he off track? No, he's not. I'm so confused on what the hell is happening at this moment. We got Jock. He's got a good amount of extensive damage now on his car. Jock, he's dropped down to P10. He's got some, He is, dropped down to P10. Also, welcome to the chat, Kevin. I recognize your name already. We got Nils trying to make his way back through the pack after making some costly mistakes in the race earlier before his pit stop. I'm just looking to see where Kurt and Ash are. Kurt at the moment, he's running a solid race at the moment. Not trying anything too risky, but he was trying risky stuff earlier when he was trying to take back the position from Nils. But that was because he was just trying to get first place, but then Nils later faltered under pressure and lost a position to Kurter, and then he lost a position to Ash. Let's ride on board now with, I think that's going to be Dash, as he's chasing down Beak, who Jock is not too far behind in the Merc. Are we going to have another British car battle here? I think we are. Just trying to see where everybody else is as well, but we got ourselves a very nice battle going on here. Going down to the chicane, it should be a lot easier than it was at the start of the race, as there's not as much standing water anymore. We got drivers in the pits. I'm gonna quickly just see who they are. We got Kurter, and then we got Robot in the pits right now, and Beak, he goes a bit wide there, and he's lost a position. And he's lost a position to Dash there, I'm pretty sure. Or is he a lap down? No, he is not. It was just taking a little bit to get right. And, oh, Robot having to put the brakes on immediately there. And we see a car going off track. And I think that was Jock going off track there as Robot was exiting the pit. Yeah, Robot, he comes out 1.3 seconds behind these guys. We're gonna just hop back on board with Ash, who still needs to pit, I'm pretty sure, but I think he might do it this lap. Where is Kurter? He is sitting P3. I think, if anything, Ash is going to want to pit now. I think this is the moment in time for him to pit, so... Let's see. And he does pit, so... Where is Ash gonna come out after this pit stop? He doesn't have much traffic ahead of him, but he's got to make it. It's going to be close. Let's just see. He's coming around the final the second last hairpin here. And then he's going to make his way to the final hairpin. And will Ash come out ahead of Kurter? It doesn't look like he will. It was going to be close, but it wasn't. But Ash, he's going to be sitting in P2 2 then. Unless Nils somehow managed to claw his way back up the field. No, he did not. Where's Nils at the moment? And Nils, he loses even a position to Gurf in the pit strat right now. She's got a long way to climb back at the moment, so this is going to be pretty much, he's got 17 seconds to fight his way back up the field, but it's going to be, the only possible thing that'll help Ash in this situation is if Kurter decides to, or suddenly makes a mistake through one of these turns, and if it is also caused because of all the back markers. Just looking up and down the field, not much action happening at the moment. So, yeah, it's just not much happening. Everybody seems to be running a fairly consistent race. We've only lost 2 drivers in the opening few laps. And, yeah, overall everybody's been running a solid race. Ashy's losing time now to the car ahead of him. And yeah, there's just not much action going on the track at the moment. I guess I could ask a trivia question. Alright, so what year did this track host a Formula 1 race? And it only ever did once, I'm pretty sure. If anybody can give me the answer, I don't know what to give you. I guess just praise for getting the question right. I don't know. Let's just quickly see where everybody's at. Ooh, we might have ourselves a battle here with, oh man, it's a Jag robot. 1744. That would be one hell of a year to have a motor race. 17. I mean, probably in the early ages, yeah. I think, though, at that time it probably would have been like camel racing or horse racing. Oh my god, it's a Jag! Yes, it's a Jag. If you played Forza Horizon 4, you know what I'm talking about. And the pit window is closed, but but who cares about the pit window right now? Yeah, I think you were sitting P2 King, so, also welcome to the chat, my man. Great to have you here in the chat. Oh, and we got Robot and Beak, I think, cutting the corner there. They're getting a little bit cheeky with their corners here today. And yeah, it's been a very interesting race, my friend. We've lost 2 drivers, that being Jodo and I think it was Jester, I think it was. We lost them near the start of the race. They both packed up their bags and said, I'm going home, practically. Yeah, Robot trying to catch Beak. He was within like a few tenths of a second, but I think ever since like him and Beak cut that corner, you would. I would very much appreciate a partner in the commentator booth, honestly, because then if there was something I missed, then we could go back in the replay and see what happened. And Robot, he's trying to make his... He's just trying to gain back that gap that he closed up on a Beak, but going off track, that ain't gonna help your situation, my friend. And Nils, I think he's just struggling to try and gain back that gap that he had. He's just been struggling ever since his pit stop, and we see Badass just completely miss his braking point there. What is going on with Badass here today? He is not having a solid race here today. And Curter, looks like he's just clearing all the back markers at the moment. He's only 17.4 seconds ahead of Ash at the moment. Alright, have a good one, King. Hopefully you'll be able to make it next week. I think next week is... What is next week? I think it is Misano. So we're going to Italy again. We got Coke in that white Audi. Yep. Yeah, we got Misano next week. So that's another track I've never been to before, or ever seen. Yeah, can you make it a double as we see Robot just having fun going off the track and breaking all the signs in the world. He's crumbling here today. He is just crumbled like a graham cracker today. Because he has a Jag. Yep, he has a Jag. But he's just crumbling like a graham cracker today. A lot of drivers have been crumbling under pressure, but we got ourselves maybe a possible battle here between Jock and Andre. Let's see if we can finally get a proper battle. We haven't had one for a bit, and honestly, we need a little bit of excitement here in the commentary booth. As honestly, I feel like everything's getting a little bit stale at the moment. But we are in the final 5 minutes of the race. As Jock, he's trying to gain back. He's trying to take that PA, trying to get some extra points in the championship. And, it's just... The conditions are making it tough to just trying... The conditions, everybody's still struggling with the conditions at this point, honestly. But Andre's just trying to gain back that time, but I think some of it is just due to his car being damaged at the moment. His car is just, it's damaged and it's not running smooth. But we got, I mean though, he is, or not Andre, Jock, his car is damaged, not Andre. My bad if I messed that up. But Jock, he's looking for it possibly. He was thinking about it. Are we gonna see? Could see a move next lap. And finally, we can get some battles going on here. And we got SR Dog spinning there, as he is struggling with the conditions here today. And he's staying out at the moment, which is good. Just finished the race, honestly. And we got Jock, he's kind of closing the gap up a little bit, but it is... Oh, and Andre, he goes off track, and ooh, that was close. Jock makes his way past Andre after Andre makes a very costly mistake. That's going to cost Andre P8 there. So Jock steals P8 from Andre there. We got Dash and Coke about to go at it, so this should be fun. As they're about to go into the hairpin, Coke trying to make his Audi pretty much the widest thing in the world. But I don't think it's going to succeed at the moment. Or maybe it will, because here comes... It's working at the moment, but Dash is trying to make his way back. He's going to try and pass Coke probably on this in the next few laps here. Got 2 minutes left. Yes, Jock, he has made it up a few positions, but there was a costly mistake, and there goes Coke and Dash. Ooh, big collision from everybody. One car going off the track causes another car to go off the track, and oh man, this is going to be very, very costly. And Dash, he's trying to keep his position while trying to let the car that's lapping him pass, which was Curter, but in the process almost let Coke by. And we got ourselves this could spark some major controversy amongst the drivers, but I don't think there wasn't a lot of controversy last week when there was a few collisions and such. I don't think there will be this week because of the wet conditions. But that just has to be a bit costly towards the cars. Or not to the cars, the drivers in the cars. And we got somebody in the pits. Who's that right now? It's SR Dog. He's, I think, packing up his bags and heading home, or he's in the pits right now. Just gonna.
Okay, the leader is on the final lap now. Give it all you can.
All right, the leader is on the final lap. And where is Ash at the moment? Ash, he is currently just rounding the final corner, so the only way Ash can win this is if Curter makes a massive mistake, but I don't think he will. He's been calm, cool, and collected this entire race, and he's been driving very well throughout the entire race. And this has just been a very fun race to commentate over, but not as much action as there was last race in France, I will say. But sometimes you're gonna have races like this. But it's been a phenomenal race overall, as Curter is going to round the final 2 hairpins here, going into turn 11, but then he'll be going through turn 12, and then he's gonna probably blast it down the line to finish the race. And as we cross the line here, Curter wins the race here at Donington Park. Well done to Curter. There. And then we got Ash, who's just rounding the hairpin as well. He's going to cross the line to finish P2 here at Donington. Well done, Ash. P2, my friend. And Gurf is also going to finish. We got Andre. He's stopping on track. He's gone into the pits. The same with Jock. All the drivers are finishing up now. They just want to get this race done and over with. Ams, he's gonna cross the final hairpin. Oh, and it looked like there was a collision between Nils. And there we go, we got the final result there. We got Kurter, Ash, and Gerfez to round out our podium. We only lost 2 drivers, that being Jodo and Jester. Unfortunate for the 2. But overall, that was a very fun race here to drive in the wet conditions. It created some interesting moments and really showed who excels in the wet conditions. So I think that's it for me and from everybody at OFR. Have a great weekend, everybody, and we will see you at the next race in ACC. But before we do that, we got some Formula One racing at I think it is Bahrain. So have a wonderful weekend, everybody, and we will see you in a few days.